Hello, welcome back to the channel. Today we're looking at a pedal. It is the Strymon Riverside, which came out in 2016, I believe. And if you're watching this at the beginning of November, that means that Black Friday is coming up soon. So I've decided to do a video about the more expensive pedals. And while the Strymon Riverside is not exactly the most expensive pedal you'll ever come across, it's not exactly cheap either. So let's check it out. So the thing about the Riverside is that it is essentially a digital pedal. Well, strictly speaking, it's an analog pedal, but has digital controls. Let's make sure I don't slip on the mud here. In playing the Riverside, you can hear that it has a very wide range of gain. You can get kind of edge of breakup gain right through to kind of some of the more heavier tones. And that's because it has 4 cascading gain stages. So as you turn the gain up, it starts adding the gain stages together as if you're plugging in one overdrive into another. And what's cool about the Riverside is that as you turn the gain up, it takes that sweet spot of your tone with it. So what I mean by that is, in any particular setting you have on a drive pedal, there's usually a sweet spot that sounds the best. What the Riverside does is, as you turn the drive up, it kind of knows where you are and knows where the sweet spot is and kind of adjusts it accordingly. So basically your tone always sounds good. So as well as having the usual controls on the top of the pedal, your drive, your level, and your EQ, and a couple of switches as well. There's also some options on the back that give you a bit more flexibility. On the back you have the option to plug in a switch that will boost the pedal. I haven't actually tried this. I think it's a switch that allows you to just make it louder. And I think you can just use one of those normal latching switches. As I said, haven't tried it yet. But you know, if you wanted to go that option, then you have it. What's also really cool, it has a built-in noise gate. This I have tried, and it works. As with most noise gates, when you're holding a note and you allow it to die out, it will cut your note off if you've got the noise gate set too high. But that's to be expected. I mean, you've got to let it really ring out for that to happen. But all in all, it was a great feature to have. I tried that with my Strat, the single coil, so you know, potentially quite noisy. That being said, I would never really have the gain set that high on that guitar for that kind of sound. But just for the purposes of testing, that's what I did. Is my face exposed properly? How am I in this light? It's like a YouTube video. So if you have an amp that is particularly bright or dark, you can compensate for this with the presence switch that is on the back of the Riverside, which is a nice touch to have. One of the other cool features of the Riverside is the favourite switch. So it has two switches on it. Your bypass switch, which basically turns the pedal on and off, and you have a favourite switch which toggles between the way you've actually got your knobs set and something that you've preset, something that you've stored. So what you do is you get a tone that you like, and what I like to do is I'll get like a heavier tone, maybe a solo tone or a crunchy tone. So I'll get that sound, and then you hold down the favourite switch. The light comes on, then it disappears again. But you'll find that it's stored in its memory. But what you can do then, if you turn the favourite off, you can set your pedal up to have a different sound, a clean sound. So I like to have a kind of edge of breakup type clean sound. And then I can toggle between having my, I guess you could say, clean sound and my dirty sound. Like most overdrives, the Riverside is rated at 9 volts, but you've got to be careful with these Strymon pedals because they usually have a high current draw. This one I believe is 250 milliamps, which for a drive pedal is quite high, seeing as a lot of them are only about 10 milliamps. But you've got to remember that the functionality of the Riverside is a lot more than your standard drive pedal. So I would suggest that if you are going to plug this into a power supply, make sure you've got a power supply that will provide the right current when you use it. So as I said, we've got Black Friday coming up, which is why I'm doing this video. Hopefully you can get yourself a deal on a Strymon Riverside. I think they retail at about £279 in the UK, $299 US. So if you can get yourself a good deal on Black Friday, you know, good luck with that. So do I like the Strymon Riverside? Yes, it's yellow. What's there not to like? No, it sounds great, but arguably more importantly, it feels nice. It feels really good. So it's, despite it being on the digital side, or to quote Star Wars, it's more machine than man. No, it sounded good and it felt really natural as well. I think one of the praises that I've heard and experienced myself is that it does sound very amp-like, which I like very much, and I'm sure you do too. I mean, I'd be happy to use it on a gig if I had to. But as well as being yellow, it's very light. I was quite surprised how light that thing is. It's really light. And definitely as I get older, I want my gear to get lighter. Gone are the days where you covet having a refrigerator rack and 2 full stacks on stage just to play your little club gig where you can't turn it up that loud anyway. If I can have everything in one car journey, that's ideal. Obviously I need to be able to provide all the tones necessary, but if I can have like a guitar on my back and a little bag of effects on a pedal board that I can just hook up very easily, make life easier, that's the ideal situation for me. And the fact that Strymon Riverside is really light, you know, if you have all your other pedals being really light, happy days. So that is the Strymon Riverside. I hope you found that useful, of value. If you did, give it a like, please. If you like overdrives that sound nice, that are very functional and are yellow and are very light, then yes, please like this video. Dislike this video if you like breaking your back, like the ducks over there. Yeah, dislike this video if you like breaking your back from carrying too much heavy gear. That's not even on your own gig, and is in a tiny club where you can only turn your amp up to 1 anyway. Anyway, subscribe for more content like this and other guitar lessons. As I always say, well, at the moment anyway, The Perfunctionist channel is still quite young, so all of your lovely subscriptions are much appreciated and help this channel to grow and help other guitarists out there to up their game. Also, follow me on social media. Obviously, you're watching this on YouTube. I'm also on Facebook and Instagram as Perfunctionist. Just make sure I get my own name right, or the channel's name right. I'm also on Twitter, and haven't had much love on Twitter yet, but I'm on there as Perfunctionista. So, you know, get on Twitter, give me some love, I'll love you back. And until then, hope you get some good deals on the Black Friday sales, and I will see you in the next video.